Welcome back to Dreamin' Dragons.
You've seen the pictures of dragons growing up trellises or frames. Seems tricky, expensive, or maybe it just doesn't really suit your yard's space needs. Surely there's another way. Today we're sifting through another sprinkle of Dreamin' Dragons secret herbs and spices to show the simplest and easiest way to grow dragon fruit without any of the fancy tools, frames, or setups. I'm a simple guy. If I can avoid having to build and construct something and can get the same outcome, mega win. So let's walk through the beauty and magic of what I have unofficially titled a one-pot wonder. Growing your cutting in a pot up and over a trellis where it begins to drape and cascade over can take you 12 to 24 months to get a fruit. Maybe even longer, pending how tall you build your trellis. The beauty of the one-pot wonder, on the other hand, is that you can get a fruit within months rather than years. Early fruit, less yard space, quicker critiquing, that's a score. Let's walk through two ways of doing this, starting with the most basic, simple way. My way. Then a fancier model that a mate of mine has made. But again, the beauty of this bad boy is that you can make it as simple or extreme as you want. So, what do we need? A pot full of soil, any size, any shape, bit bigger is better so you can have a decent center of gravity and some weight to minimize tipping. A cutting, doesn't have to be huge, doesn't have to be anything special. And a timber stake or some sort of support, but this isn't even necessary, mostly for aesthetics. Whack him in your pot, tie him up. If you don't care for looks or aesthetics, just let it drape and lean against the edge of your bucket. The magic and the main principle of our one-pot wonder is that each bit of new growth, instead of burning energy to churn up and over a trellis, will instead be growing out and over the edge of our pot, acting as our canopy. From the beginning. I don't really train my branches, typically let them slowly curve and droop as they develop weight. But if you're feeling a little fancy or don't want to risk potential branch snaps, once there's a bit of size to them, you can tie them down with some string or attach a little fruit protection bag and slowly increase the weight in the bag to curl your mini canopy over. I often use marbles or rocks for this. To help increase the length of your branches and potential for fruit plus, chuck your bucket on another bucket, a retaining wall, a tree stump, or anything with a bit of altitude, and let your branches cascade down. Longer branches, more potential nodes for fruit. But before we get into the fancy-pantsy design, here's a few cheeky bonus tips for your benefit. If your pot's on a retaining wall or something with a bit of height, secure it down. I was fortunate enough to witness one of my pots loaded with fruit tumble off the wall from all the weight on one side. Yay! You want fruit in a hurry? Less branches, shorter length, will fatten up quicker and should be blessed with a fruit faster. You can do the exact same thing with hybrids. Here's a triple seed graft. You can check out how I do these in my video linked in the description. Grow your seedling over the edge and down. Same concept, easy peasy, faster hybrid tasting. Jackpot. Same can be said with grafts. Also, you don't need a big bucket. Here's a tiny pot with a tiny cutting and a tiny side branch featuring a fruit. Easy. Man, I love these things. And as promised, here's my mate's much fancier and high-tech version of the one-pot wonder. Once again, same concept, just heaps neater on the eye and easier to tie the branches down. Oh, and if you're a fan of simple like I am, don't forget the simple task of clicking that like button as well as subscribing for all your dragon fruity goodness. Oh yes.